Hello, hello! Welcome, Fiddle, and welcome everybody else. Welcome, Chase.
Hi,
Uh,
everybody. Hi, Fiddle.
we're starting with the Ghoulie today. So let me pull the reference and copy the link to Discord so that everybody knows. Okay. Not quit, like with the Ghoulie. Oops. Okay. All right. You're dead? How are you? Why are you dead? Because of work?
I would imagine because of work. I am more welcome than Chase, huh? Yeah, Nemo hates me.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So, how are you, Chase? I know how you are, but I'm gonna ask you anyway.
I'm tired.
Yeah, I can imagine. Okay. Yeah, let's get started with this. Okay. Characters, again. I've got a few references here, also of that team. That that inspired the Ghoulie, or it got stuck already. It didn't start yet. Okay, it's fine.
Oh, you looked up the New Jersey Devils?
Yeah,
I actually just straight up used their color scheme for their
I
jersey
I can
for them.
tell. Well, one yes work too. This preschool had no eyes or ears on their kids, so basically we're like a single teacher. Oh man, that sounds rough. Fairly rough. I do not envy you the least. Oh man, I don't really know how to start this, so it's probably going to be something bulky. I don't know if it was in your intention, like because of the sketch, to um, make the shoulders bulkier than normal hockey jersey shoulders, because they look bulkier. So I don't know if there is a reason for that or not.
I don't really know what you're saying.
In the sketch, the Ghoulie sketch, the shoulders are kind of rounded, bulky, rounded. Um, and like, okay, I mean, you know what? So, this is the sketch for the Ghoulie that you made. So, a jersey would have like the sleeves would go down till the end. So, is this supposed to be like some sort of armor also? Like bulkier, like more than normal shoulders in your idea, or not?
Um, yeah, I see what you mean. I think the black things were supposed to be like the emblems on the side, and I just didn't know what to put there.
Okay.
But I was just thinking that the creature was like incredibly, like very muscular and
Okay.
large.
Hello, Maria. Welcome to the stream.
I don't think those were supposed to be like shoulder pads, if that's what you're asking.
Okay. Yeah, either that or very, very large muscles. I don't know. I'm making it bulkier anyway.
I mean, hockey players do, I believe, wear shoulder pads, but they're like not as
Underneath,
big
yeah.
as they're not as big as like I should say American football players, the
Yeah.
way theirs are.
Yeah. I also got the Final Fantasy VIII hockey player monster here as a reference. Not sure how much I'm gonna use it, but let's see.
It'd be helpful.
Yeah. Oh, you
I
finished the
finished
creepy
creepy.
spider line.
I did see that. I think that is a better piece of artwork.
Yeah.
I think you've improved
Yeah,
based on
yeah, I
the.
agree with that. Yeah, I agree. Still some work to do with the shadows, maybe. Maybe the faces area could be improved a little bit. Like the overall read, it's a little maybe too full of things, but it's better than the previous ones you posted, definitely, yeah. It's like not change a little bit. I don't know if I want to add skates also. Like apart from the skate on the hockey stick. Let's see. I also noticed that hockey sticks have different shapes. I thought it was just one, but apparently they have more than one. Maybe.
It's too mushy.
I don't know if I would call it mushy. I think it's just that there are many things there. Like all those faces get a little confusing, maybe, for the viewer's eye. I really don't know what skates are. I didn't get a reference for that, but let's pretend. Okay, let's pretend it's actually taped, like you had it. It's like a tape here. I don't know, some sort of band. It's pretty creepy. Probably want to have gloves of some sort. Yeah.
Yeah, that was my idea. He took off the tape from one of his shoes and put it on the end of his hockey stick.
Oh, I didn't even know they had tape on the Oh, you mean the skate?
Uh-huh.
Oh, because you said he took the tape from one of his shoes.
You mean right? He took off the skate from.
Oh, the skate. Shoes. Okay, yeah. Because one of my references also has tape, not on the shoes but on the legs. So I'm like, wait a second, I didn't know that. It's just that one reference though. So it's that team, by the way. It's a bulky looking guy that is apparently confused. So do I want to? Okay, I want the stick to be. Yeah. Maybe it's also broken or no.
Oh man, I wish we had like a Canadian in the stream. They would
be able to for hockey.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're a lot into hockey. I'm really not.
Our brothers to the north really love their hockey.
Yep. You know what? I think it's gonna have. So I can have. Either have one boot or for short legs. I guess shorter legs is better. It's gonna be bulkier. Like one skate and one bare foot, or both bare feet. Because I can see you use the same trick of the far dark here. That is like the half broken shoe or boot, whatever it is.
Yeah, so, I mean, I just figured his gnarly toenails are poking out.
Yeah, they would.
Should really clean up my desk. I more or less leave things until the end of the week. Yeah.
Well.
Oh God, fiddle. Jeez.
I keep nothing on my desk apart from. Okay, I have some things, but only things I use, like the keyboard and the tablet and the other keyboard and the mouse and a cup of water. But usually, no. I might have an occasional book if I'm using it for something, like have a robot, like a Japanese how to draw robots book. But I don't keep much on my desk. I'm kind of minimal. What about you, Chase? Do you keep anything on the desk or?
Yeah, it's cluttered right now with all kinds of nonsense. I take a lot of notes actually, so I have like a notebook.
Uh-huh.
I take physical notes, so like with a pencil for those.
Mhm.
I actually write things down physically because it helps
It's
your mechanical memory.
I was about to say that. Yeah, it's also the reason why when I was journaling, I was doing it physically because I find it way better for retaining things.
I also have a bunch of Pathfinder books because I was studying formulas, and I have a little sheet with Japanese characters on it to help me remember,
Huh.
and a bunch of other stuff,
I see.
including notes on the game. And I have a big thing of notes on physics, and yeah, I am constantly looking at things and writing them down.
Yeah, I can relate. Although I was doing it more when I was in Japan. Uh, for a while, I was taking a lot. I even took some math courses just cause. Because because my memory's so bad, I cannot remember much of the stuff that I learned in school. So I was like going over the fundamentals again, and then did some physics and basics of electricity, electromagnetism, that stuff. So I was taking a lot of notes. Although I'm not a person that takes a lot of notes usually. Like I try to pay attention and kind of recall the thing to remember it, because I found that I get easily distracted if I'm paying attention to something and I start writing notes. Then I can't remember, or I can't pay attention to what the person's saying currently. So I get too focused on the notes, which is a problem.
Oh, I found my list of Japanese words. The one that Nemo said was wrong.
Oh, which one?
So we got let's see, yeah. Yomu is read.
Yomu. Yeah, that's right.
Kiru, wear, like to wear something.
Yeah, also cut.
Yoru, night.
Yoru is night, yeah.
Wait, it is? I thought you said that was wrong.
No, yoru with R is night.
Oh.
Yeah, yoru is with it's not a verb. I don't remember which one we talked about last time, but yoru is night. Yeah.
Yasai, vegetables.
Yeah, that's right. Are you using these for the game?
No, I mean, I was studying this before,
Okay.
and I just didn't put them away. Amai,
Sweet.
Hoshii.
Hoshi with H?
Hoshii.
Oh, that's like desire.
Want, yeah. Kitanai.
That's a
That's
word
me.
my son uses when he's upset. Like, he said, "You're dirty." He actually said that to me today because he was upset with me. So it's something they use a lot in Japan, I guess, because they're super clean overall.
Oh, my favorite, Naraku.
Is that an actual word, or is it just the name of the character? I don't know.
Naraku means hell.
I had no idea. I never heard it used like in common language. So I thought no, hell is jigoku, commonly used. I don't know about like if you want to say that it's like so hot it seems like hell. You say like jigoku. You use that word. I want to stress though that it's pretty much useless for anybody to learn Japanese. I just want to emphasize the fact that it is not useful. End of the range.
True.
End of my.
I mean, these are just like very basic things. I did not get too far into it, so I could figure out like basic.
Oh, that was for cheese. He is not here yet. I don't think it's useful for a weeb either, because I mean, okay, well maybe you can watch anime without subtitles, but that's pretty much it. Like, even if you can watch anime without subtitles, you go to Japan, you will not be able to communicate with anyone, and they will think you're extremely weird.
Yeah. You're not going to get that waifu, sorry.
Probably not. Very probably not.
And it's unsure whether you'd want to anyway.
I would say don't, but hey. Who am I to judge? Oh, right. I'm trying to. Okay, let's try a hockey player pose now. Let's do something like this. I kind of like the first one. It's a little simple. It's kind of simple. Nothing special, so can be worked on a little more probably. Just a generic pose. Everyone wants a mecha. No. I guess not. Probably, I do. Actually, you know what? A few years back, I saw there was some Korean millionaire or billionaire who was actually trying to build a working mecha. Mech. That's the craziest thing I've ever seen. And it actually works. It's not exactly bipedal, but somewhat.
I mean, if I had that much money, I would do the same thing.
Probably. I will do it too.
Cultural shock. It's a thing that many Westerners don't understand. What else did you say?
Try to get a girlfriend in that side of the globe, I guess. Yeah, I guess it's not exactly cultural, but also, I guess. Shoot lasers through cities and all. I didn't shoot lasers, but I'm gonna. Okay, if I remember, I will post it later in the Discord. Because it was really strange. It is a map, and it is like, it doesn't shoot, doesn't do anything, because obviously otherwise you would need to have approval from the military or something, I guess. You know what? I can't think of any decent pose for this feature. Pet drunk day. If it's like huge.
The first one you did is pretty good.
Yeah, I just usually I try not to go with the first one I come up with, because it seems like I should explore more variations with. Oh, let's see about.
Well, I mean, I like what you did with the leg. I don't know if this is what you're going for, but it does kind of look like he's skating.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, that was the idea. You could have like just giant shoulders. I'm trying to find a shape I can use first. I do have some references of hockey players, so that's why I'm using that kind of pose.
Well, I hope you looked up the great Wayne Gretzky.
Sure. I don't know who or that is, so.
One of the best hockey players of all time.
Are you a fan of hockey?
Eh. I mean, I know who Wayne Gretzky is.
Okay, that's enough, I guess. No, it's really not a thing here. Like, even if I wanted to, unless I go online, there would be no way to watch it, or there would have been, like, no way to watch it. Past, I guess. I was curious about American football for a while. I watched some Super Bowls, but many years ago, because I had nothing to do. So that was interesting. But I've never been a sports, like one that watches sports on TV like ever, especially because not the only, but the main sport you could watch here was soccer, and I don't like it the least. So
Okay, so you're not going to be one of those European people that gets mad when I refer to American football as just
I
football.
know. I also think it's American football is better. Like if I had to choose one of the two, I would choose American football. It's down.
Oh, thank you. Yes, it's more
No, soccer
strategic.
is like it's like so lame, especially because you see these. I'm not gonna say it, but these. Let's call them uh, crybabies.
Yeah, like the people
It's
faking injuries and
yeah, that's really lame. I sorely dislike that. Uh, so
that does happen in American football, but not to the extent that it happens in like soccer.
look, it happened so much here that there was a TV show that was just like 20 minutes devoted to just that. So it happens a lot, and I really don't like it. Like if you're gonna play, just play fair. Then not, don't do like that. I don't like it.
Yeah, I've seen like the compilations where like one of the players goes up like from the opposing team and he like gives him like a friendly nudge, and the
Yeah.
guy just goes flying on the ground and pretending like the ref, look,
Yeah.
he hit me.
Yeah, and it's very miserable to see. Okay, so bigger shoulders, something like that. And it's got the skate here. Oops.
American football actually has a bigger chance of getting an actual injury. Yeah, that's very
Oh yeah,
true.
absolutely. Oh,
A big
hockey
thing
too.
with
Hockey too.
a big thing with like former football players now is like how many of them have concussions and things like that, and just overall head damage from all the years of tackling and whatnot.
Yeah, understandable. Um, hockey as well. I mean, I did some skating, like ice skating, just for fun. So back in the days when I was younger, but nowadays I'm like, what if I fall and someone it goes over my fingers? I'm just super afraid of that. So I would probably not do it because I need, my hands somewhat to draw and work and eat and do everything else. So, I would like to have a biosuit made of from carbon droids that responds to my mental commands. Well, ask Elon.
I was
He's
gonna
working.
say
Yeah,
he's
Neuralink.
working on Neuralink, and
I don't know how I feel about that. Part of me is scared because I mean it's cool. The possibilities are cool, but I don't know. uh, I'm not sure how I feel about brain implants to control machines. It sounds very dystopian. So,
I would absolutely do it.
oh yeah, really? Like to control
Yeah.
stuff? I
Oh
don't
yeah.
know. I mean, yeah, taking like okay, yeah, it's cool. It's a cool thing. Yeah, I would like to do it, but I don't know. I would be worried about side effects of having the implant. So I don't know. I guess I'm gonna keep an eye on that and see how it goes. I mean, I am curious though. I'm very curious about it.
You're giving me the option to be a techno telepath. Hell yeah, I'm taking that option.
Yeah, that's the first step to telekinesis, I guess. Let's see what happens then.
Yeah, I am not really into sports. I was into F1 a while ago, but that has more or less disappeared. What do you mean? Is like F1 not as big as it used to be?
Or maybe his interest for it.
Oh, okay.
There you go, tattered clothes.
F1 racing is pretty exciting. I like it more than like NASCAR in America.
For some reason, I cannot get excited about it because it's like too many laps. It's always the same, so I could just get bored after a while. So it's not something I really watch. But I don't watch sports cars anyway. I mean, not sports, but like competitive car races.
Racing, yeah.
Yeah. Not usually. I was really the one off when I was in Japan because everyone was like, "Oh, the Olympics, the Olympics." What you? I'm like, no. If anything I've ever watched is I've watched some MMA, not as much, and I've watched traditional fencing, like HEMA fencing, a little bit. That I find a little more interesting because you use real blood, but still real weapons. But overall, yeah, nothing. Not usually, no.
Yeah, I never really understood all of the excitement around the Olympics.
I
It
don't
would be
know.
better if all the countries like really hated each other more, and we were on the constant threat of like bombing each other. So it's like, yeah, the Olympics mean something this year.
Well, that's how they. Not okay. That's not how they started, but that's what the spirit was when they did them during the war, right?
Right.
It was
I'm
kind
saying
of
that
that.
spirit doesn't exist anymore, so the
No.
Olympics don't have the same feeling.
Yeah, there is not. No, it didn't. Again, I'm also a fan of more traditional stuff rather than the sports version because that's like watered down. So if I have to do fencing, which I will at some point when I'll be able to do it, I will do like real fencing with real swords, not those. I can't say this either. Not those. Let's wobbly sticks. Let's call them wobbly sticks. Um, or take archery. I don't like the sports version of archery. It's like with the compound bows and stuff like that. I prefer again traditional stuff. If I can choose, I would. If I could choose, I would choose that. Probably.
Well, I don't think we want to have the same war as before when the Olympics started. Well,
Yeah.
the Olympics should have some sort of thing, some sort of stakes. Maybe the country that gets the gold medals gets to choose a random country that didn't, and they get to change some of their laws.
Yeah, that's dangerous. It's kind of dangerous.
Like America wins a bunch of gold medals, and then they're like, "Okay, Greece, you have to get rid of all your casinos and gambling."
I wouldn't give so much power to a sports based competition. That's Jesus. I'm about to drop my cup. That's also why I do not like all the emphasis that's given when there is a sports competition. It's like, oh, people yelling and shouting and like trying if their team loses or something. It's like, come on, okay, it's just a game. It's nothing more. You're not even participating to that, so that's too much, probably.
Yeah, I totally agree. Sports are just like entertainment to me, but
Yeah.
I don't understand like the emotional stakes people have. It's like you're not getting like who cares who wins the Super Bowl? The only thing I will say is that like it might matter who wins economically for the city or something.
Oh yeah.
Um, but the problem is like the Super Bowl, they just choose a random place to hold it every year. So the two teams that are playing at the Super Bowl might not be like anywhere near the city that it's being held in.
Right.
Although sometimes they do.
Okay, so Fiddle didn't watch anymore because a guy he was following went to another team. That's why.
Yeah, he says he did archery when I was like 8 or so. That's interesting.
I would like to try that out. If I had a chance, if I have a chance, I probably will. I want to do that and fencing. Again, HEMA, not just fencing. I actually have some rigid swords, some sabers, like I guess Italian style sabers. They're like straight. They're not like military sabers that are a little more curved. And I did dabble with it on my own, basically, mostly, and with a friend, but nothing serious. I wish I were closer to a HEMA gym, say, or something like that. That would be cool.
I love football when you can go around and have fun trying tricks and anime shenanigans in real life. I'm assuming you're talking about American football. I don't know, like in soccer, what the tricks or strategic plays are, because it kind of seems like you just kick it to one guy and then he kicks it to another.
Basically,
But in American football, there are a lot of trick plays and things like that that are pretty fun. That's one of the reasons why I like it, is because it's so strategic.
hmm.
It's kind of like human chess. You have all your players and you put them in certain positions to do certain plays, things like that.
Yeah.
Welcome back, Fiddle. We were talking about your archery comment. What kind of bow did you use? Did you use like a compound bow or something?
As I was saying before, I'm definitely more of a traditional type of bow person. Traditional weapons in general. I also asked an armory, like an actual blacksmith, to make a sword for me once, but the waiting list was 2 years, maybe 3 years actually. It was in the UK, so I'm like, okay, well, no, probably not gonna wait that long. It's fine, because I had to pay immediately. So
You used a longbow. Interesting.
interesting. Do you need a lot of strength for long bows? How many pounds or kilograms? I guess. I've seen some documentaries about the use of longbows, and it was in the war. It was really taxing. Like this, just the sheer strength needed to pull a longbow, and later a crossbow. It was insane.
Yeah, because
Sometimes you had two people. Yeah,
longbows can be like anywhere from like 15 to 100 pounds.
yeah,
100-pound longbow that requires some real strength to fire.
yeah. To be
It was like 11 years ago. Well, I mean, like you still have the bow, right? So you could find that and look it up, or just test it and see an estimate.
cool though.
Traditional bows and longbows are pretty cool, but I have to admit I do like a lot of the designs for compound bows.
Oh yeah, designs are cool.
They're just like so intricate and mechanical.
Yeah, that's true. Also, way easier to pull and way stronger. Way they shoot. That's why they use them for
Right.
hunting.
Yeah, bow hunting is pretty big around here.
Yeah, I know. Stick it here. You there. Here. Okay, I kind of like this. Let's see if it's lopsided. It is all of that.
Maria says, I think I am the youngest in the Discord.
I don't know. How old are you?
Yeah. I feel like somebody we were talking to the other day was really young. I don't know if it was KeyCat or...
Could be. Student 17, I think, he's actually 17 or 18 or something. If I remember correctly. I'm 33, so I'm old.
I am 29, and I'm turning 30 in a couple months.
Oh, you're gonna tell me when your birthday is, so I can not wish you happy birthday. No, if there's something I tend to do is remembering birthdays. I put special care in remembering birthdays usually, unless I'm very stressed or very super busy. I will not forget. Usually,
Mine is
restrictions
pretty
apply.
easy to remember.
Is it January 1st?
No, it's December 23rd, 2 days before Christmas. Or
Okay.
yeah, before Christmas. So
Oh, that's where Nightmare Before Christmas came, right?
actually, I had the
uh,
same birthday that my grandpa did,
oh, wow. I
and
was
my nephew
born.
was born on December 24th. So
Okay, that's pretty close. No, I'm a June person. I'm a first day of summer person. So, I kind of like this better than the first one. Yeah, first one is a little lame. This is not too bad. Fiddle likes this pose. Yeah, I mean, if I fix the, let's call it anatomy, it's not bad. It's not bad, you know. I wonder if I should cross the, maybe I should cross the knee a little bit. Yeah, I might use that. It feels very dynamic. So the bulky middle guy is a little more like the pose that Chase drew.
yeah,
not
I was
too
getting
bad.
ready to say that. It's like Jason Voorhees mixed with the Hulk,
Yeah. Yeah, I was thinking about the same. Like,
which is somehow even scarier.
it is, I guess. Uh, Maria says, I would love to shoot an arrow, to try to shoot arrows at non-living stuff. So, like zombies. That's the perfect non-living thing you can shoot arrows at, right?
The second pose feels more alive.
The second?
Maria. Well,
This? I don't know. I think the third one is a little more alive.
is it supposed to feel alive? He's undead.
He's undead, right? He is undead. It's a bit of the second one is a bit more like simple, like generic. I'm probably gonna leave both skates though. I don't know. Let's see.
Yeah, the one on the right, you do still have both of the skates on it.
Yeah, so I'm not sure. Maybe I'll. It's just that I like the fact that I can kind of funnel the pose with the skates because they're triangular. It's like pointy, right? So it kind of makes this triangular composition that it or even larger. So it's kind of dynamic.
Maria meant this one.
Oh,
I think she was
the
saying
right
like
one.
the second one on the screen.
Okay. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, it does. Let's try something else. Oh, maybe I can. Let's see if I can put the like all the poses. It's gonna be pretty small, but maybe I can show them off. No, it's not working. Ghoulie 33%. Okay, let's see if it shows. Okay, it shows a little bit, though I think it covers up too much of the screen. So what if I make it smaller? Okay. You can see a small window with the preview in the top left. Is also covering our names. So something like that. I don't know. I have to keep in mind though that I have to draw like no brighter than here. So stay on this side. Okay. So when I think about a hockey player pose, I definitely. Oh, okay. No, I still got stuck. You know what? Never mind. I guess I'm gonna have to remove that because otherwise I have to keep opening windows, and that one I have open creates issues. Let's do it like this. So I was saying, when I think of a hockey pose, it's something like hunching usually. Especially the goalkeeper. I also have a goalkeeper reference here. Do they still wear, or do they actually wear those Jason type of masks? No, right?
In hockey today.
Yeah, no. I don't think
I
I've
mean,
seen that.
they wear masks, but not like the
Yeah, not
Jason
like that.
ones.
Yeah. But I guess that was a thing, wasn't it?
Probably, yeah, many years ago. And then the movie came out, so they decided to change it.
Yeah. So, hockey managers were all against the movie, I guess.
Maybe not, because I think people started buying them a lot more hockey masks just because of the movie.
Also could be.
Dress up for Halloween.
Yeah, that's like a classic monster at this point.
It's really interesting how Jason became like a famous character, but in the very first movie, the villain was actually his mom.
Huh. I didn't know that. I don't think I've ever
And
watched the whole movie or any movie.
yeah, Jason didn't even become the villain until the second movie, and in that movie, he didn't even wear the mask. It wasn't until the third movie he did.
Huh. I'm so ignorant on these things. Like, my knowledge of pop culture is minimal. Be generous. Very minimal.
Yeah, because in the second movie, he just wore a bag over his head. Like
Bag.
the little. Yeah, he wore like a sack, and like he poked one of the eyes out, so he just had one eye in the sack.
Huh. Interesting. This is more of a I don't like it.
Jason X is the worst. I kind of like Jason X just because of how ridiculous it is. Nemo has never seen it.
No, I won't say anything because I don't know what you're talking about. So.
That's the one set in the future where they find Jason's body and then he gets transformed into like a kind of an android killer kind of thing.
Wow, okay, that sounds a lot like a B movie.
It's pretty ridiculous.
I think I'm gonna go for that, but let's see.
So I was always more of a Freddy Krueger fan. I love A Nightmare on Elm Street.
I am neither. I don't watch a lot of horror, honestly.
The original Nightmare on Elm Street is probably my favorite horror movie of all time. I am kind of biased though because I grew up on Elm Street, a
Okay.
place called Elm Street. So, but yeah, I hate how the later movies turned Freddy into sort of a cartoon character. In the original, he was really sadistic and kind of philosophical at times.
I think an expert here would be Cheese.
Yeah, probably.
Since he's a lot into horror stuff. Like a lot. I think he was also writing a horror story. Actually, he was. Actually, if he is continuing that, though. Jason Takes Manhattan. These titles remind me of Godzilla. Like Godzilla saves the world or something. Jason saves the world.
I don't think Jason would save the world.
That would be interesting, I guess.
Well, I mean, technically, there was Freddy versus Jason, and Jason was kind of the more preferable option to Freddy.
Hmm.
So, I guess you could say he saved the world from Freddy.
Oh man, this thing is hard to come. I'm probably gonna go with the previous one. Okay, if I hit 6, so in another 5 to 10 minutes, if I don't find another pose that I like, I'm probably gonna go with that because I'm fairly convinced that is a good pose.
I was more of an alien xenomorph type when I was little. Yeah, the xenomorph is pretty cool.
The only thing I can't really for some reason digest is like when it comes out of the chest. Like too much gore, and I'm like, nope, I don't have the stomach for that, unfortunately. So, but otherwise, I really like the xenomorph.
Well, we talked about
And
this before, but like the original movie was great in how it kind of kept the alien in the shadows.
yeah,
And then now it's
yep,
kind of like you just see CGI aliens everywhere, and it doesn't have the same effect.
yeah, yeah. That's why I like the game Alien Isolation. I probably already mentioned this because you okay, you do see the alien, but when you see it, it's usually too late. Uh, it it's more like you hear the sounds of the alien.
Right, you don't see it, but you know it's there somewhere.
Yeah, and that's very creepy. Honestly, the creepiest part for me of that game, I don't know if you played it, but the creepiest part for me was the very beginning where don't you didn't meet the alien yet, because I thought it could come out of anywhere at any time. Uh, so it was really tense. Like every time there was a shake in the station, I was like, "Oh God, what's going on now?" Uh, so nice game. I should play it again. I really liked the fact that at least in the PS4 controller, they used the controller speaker to emphasize the sound of the um, tracker,
Yeah.
and sometimes it would just like especially if you played it in the night and it's completely silent, and this thing starts. It's like what? Tense, very tense. So I don't like this thing. Useless bloke.
Those legs look a bit off on that body. Well, he was just sketching.
Yeah. Yeah, these are just. It's mostly to find the shape, really. Trying to figure out some proportions and stuff. Then
Well,
we have
yeah, but only until the half of the game. After that, you just start to fight the colony and the ship, and it loses power, in my experience.
a little bit, maybe. But you have the face huggers then. You get jump scares for those. Um, I still think it's a good game. Like, I did enjoy it a lot. Especially the last part when you have to run away. And the ending, which I'm not gonna spoil if someone is listening and didn't play it yet. I like the ending. it was like a troll-ish ending, but interesting at least.
Oh, Nemo, I didn't get to respond because you know why. But Yeah, the pose you chose for the thing you're working on is looking good. I'm
It's
fine
good.
with that.
It's good because I finished it anyway. so, uh, so I assumed that it was correct since I had some time. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and I will do it anyway and see if he likes it.
It's weird because I thought you said you were gonna give it 3 fingers and then you ended up giving it 4.
Yeah, because I put gloves. So I thought, I don't know, maybe you need 3 fingers where I thought if I put 3 fingers, it's going to be like mechanical fingers. But since everything else was mechanical, or robot, no, I don't know, like metallic anyway, um, it was like creating a nice contrast and balancing out the whole figure by having those gloves and like fabric shoes. I don't know. I thought it was. Did you prefer 3 fingers?
No, I mean, especially if he's doing like the peace sign or the V for victory, having just 3 fingers would have looked weird. So
Yeah, it's another reason. Yeah. I kind of like how it turned out. I'll send it later when I finish streaming.
Oh yeah, I love him. He's funny.
He is funny.
that's what I was talking about the other day with FF7. Some of the wacky designs in that game, where it's like sometimes you fight a wolf, and then you run out into the fields and you fight like a big matryoshka, like a Russian nesting doll monster.
Yeah. Yeah. That's true. Although some monsters were kind of lame. Like, at least for me, I did not like the house in the I think was he like between sector 8 and sector 7, was
The
it?
Hell House, yeah.
I don't know. I found it was a little weird. Not one of
They
my
turned
favorite.
that into like a boss fight in remake.
Well, everything is a boss fight in remake.
True in remake.
Uh, for some reason, everything is a boss fight. As I said the other day, like the fact that they turn into a huge boss fight, the first boss, that makes me understand how bloated the game must be.
I
Because
agree.
that boss took. I think you. Do you have a timer? I think you might have had a timer during the boss fight too. I'm not sure, but anyway, it was a first boss. Like, come on. When I played the demo, it took me like 50 minutes, 50 through the whole thing. So yeah, I don't know. It's too bloated, probably. So I don't know if I'll ever play it, but I would like to because I think the mechanics were fun.
Yeah, that was kind of the cynical part of me, because knowing that the whole game basically takes place in Midgar, when that was just like the first 8 or so hours in the original game.
Yeah, that's not fair.
I'm like, yeah,
That's not fair.
let's just fill it up with all kinds of random stuff to fill out the time.
That was really unfair. I understand they. So, what I think Square Enix is doing is like making one game, like they make Final Fantasy 15, and then they have a lot of assets and they don't know what to do with them. So, okay, let's make a remake and let's only. Because we have these assets, we can only make the game insofar as we have assets. Because we don't want to make new assets, so we're going to use these. And I think that's what happened with Final Fantasy VII Remake, because they had so many assets of that kind from 15. They said, okay, you know what? We're going to do this. That's it. And then they made Crisis Core Reunion now, which is also taking place in Midgard only, I think. Or mainly, anyway, because I haven't seen anything else in the... Not much else, at least apart from a desert, in the trailer. So, yeah, low effort Square Enix. I don't like that.
Well, it's such a shame because in the original, when you're playing it, like Midgar is such a big place, and you get like the awesome opening cut, like cinematics with it and whatnot. And so you're playing the game for hours and hours, and you're like, okay, so the game mostly takes place in Midgar, right?
Yeah.
And then when you finally get to escape Midgar and you go into the world and you see how big it is for the first time, it's like such a great experience. It's like, oh my God, I didn't realize that the world was this big. And that's what they were going for too. It's like you're leaving the city and going out into the world. And I don't know, you don't get that feeling now with the remake because the actual game does only take place in the city.
Yeah, it's kind of the opposite. You would expect, like, you know, hey, it's 2022. Well, it was 2020. So, hey, we're going to have this massive game with a massive map and chocobo rides and stuff. But nope, of course not. Oh, but you're going to have it in part 2 on another console, by the way.
Yeah, exactly.
That's not fair. That's not fair to those who bought it and cannot buy PS5 now. That's really not fair. At all.
And
this one's not bad either. Yeah.
to sate your tastes, we're going to introduce what is it called? The Intergrade with Yuffie.
Yuffie. Another character I should have never seen the light. I don't like Yuffie.
Who is completely optional in the original game, but now we
Yeah.
have to make her a big thing in the story.
Worse, because, well, we still have those assets, you know. So better use them.
I bet she's likes Yuffie.
Man, I hope not. I don't know if he played Final Fantasy, though, honestly. Which is criminal. But he might have not. Oh gosh, I like this too. So he's got one foot on the ice, I guess, and one foot, and on the other foot he's got the skate. Ooh, I like both now. This is a. What do you guys think? Bottom one or top one? Probably the top one is a little more dynamic, so it's better. And the leg needs to be fixed here anyway.
The top one is more dynamic, but the bottom one looks more intimidating to me.
Yeah.
Like, I just like how he looks like a big hulking monster in the bottom, and the top one has kind of a more normal build, other than the arms.
Yeah, it's a little more normal. Maybe I can make it bigger. Okay, what if I... Okay, let's keep these three. Promote it to the next phase. What if I... Well... Oh, Maria says you can never finish Resident Evil, the third Resident Evil Nemesis. So when little, I got a jump scare, and my little self just decided to go and hope. Understandable if you were small. When I was small, I didn't want to play Resident Evil 1, first one, because of the first zombie encounter. Because it freaked me out too much.
Yeah, when I was a kid, I played the first Silent Hill, and I couldn't bear it.
No, I tried playing 4, and I was 16. You know, that was still too much for me. I played the demo, and it made me nauseous because it was too unsettling. At some point, there was one of these things like coming. So there was a dirty wall, and then a dark patch would spread on the wall, and then this thing would creep out of it, like contorting, and ugh, that was so gross. So I decided not to play Silent Hill because I was considering it. So I'm like, nope, nope.
Yeah, I watched my brother play because when I played, like in the beginning, when you're in that dark alley, and then those little creatures that look like kids, except they have like knives for hands, start coming out of the shadows and chasing you. And it's like, I can't do this.
No.
And I would have been too scared to like go out into the fog and get jumped by a creature or something.
Yeah. This becomes something. Something like this. Probably. And then the jersey is all broken.
Oh, welcome, Cheese. You missed the
Hey!
conversation that you would have liked.
Yep, about Freddy and Jason. Because, you know, this is like a Jason mask, so.
Horror movies and horror games.
Which one do you like of these two, Emperor Cheese? Do you like the fast one, fast looking one, or the hulking one? Although I admit it looks a little better now that it's got bigger shoulders. I don't know. I like to make dynamic characters because the more dynamic they are, the more they feel like those Japanese things like Octopath, because the human bosses there are very, very dynamic in terms of poses. Right looks more aggressive, left more defensive.
You know, that's an interesting point.
Hmm.
His name is Ghoulie, and he's a goalie, and a goalie is a more defensive position.
I was thinking about that, yeah. Hmm. Yeah, well, I did use a goalkeeper for as a reference for the one on the left, so that might be why.
You could make the goalkeeper
team?
and then the striker.
A
Yeah.
team? Oh man, that's a cool idea though. I think I actually might do that. I gotta make them different though. Like these are a little too similar, maybe.
Dude, that's a cool battle mechanic idea too. Like the defensive one uses buffs and then the striker goes in for the attack.
That could work. So okay, how would I make them different? Okay, they are obviously different in pose, but I want them to have some kind of thing that makes them more different.
Yeah, Cheese, a team of Jason Voorhees, that's pretty hardcore.
So, okay, accepting ideas on how to make these feel more unique for their respective roles. Obviously, I could change the colors, I could change the design of the jersey a little bit. Maybe I could just do that. Yeah.
Well, the goalie,
yeah,
he would wear like the face mask, and technically the actual players just wear the helmets. So you could make like a zombie face for the other guy, for like the striker.
I could.
Although I know you don't like drawing faces.
Yeah. I was also thinking marketing-wise, I'm gonna release one for free and the other in the packs. It's very mean.
Oh man.
Probably both in the pack.
Paid DLC.
Yeah, this one is free, but the other one is, there should be. What about the referee? Should be a whole
Undead referee with his whistle.
Yeah, there should be a whole team. I don't have references of referees though, so probably not. Oh man, I'm so undecided. Okay, let's try. Although for consistency, I would probably keep the mask on both.
He's just saying that so he doesn't have to draw a face.
Also.
I want to see a design of the original team logo. Well, we haven't really gotten there yet.
I cannot use the logo, obviously. I'll get sued. Probably.
You could make like a funny like demon face for the devils as the logo.
Be. Maybe it's a skull. What about a skull? I can draw a skull. Skull is fine, right?
Yeah, that's a pretty cool idea.
I don't like the helmet though. That looks
The skull
nice.
spider's their mascot.
Yeah. Why not? Uh,
I feel nice today. You know, when I have dreams about high school, they're not usually pleasant, but this one was. I have dreams about high school too.
Sometimes I do. Mostly about trips for some reason with my old schoolmates. I don't know why. Like at the airport, they never happened, like ever happened, but I don't know. Huh.
Mine are always about taking exams or something.
I have those too. Yeah, sometimes. Sometimes, yeah. I don't know. It could be a skeleton. Although, hmm, I don't know. I'm not super convinced. Okay, what about it only has the top part of the skull? Well, legit, I guess. No bottom part?
Yeah, why not?
Um, I think the original face was a little more tilted. So the helmet needs to be tilted.
The
I don't
helmet is
know.
kind of funny.
Yeah, it's kind of lame. I mean, it's like
but
stupid.
but I mean, it's funny. It's like, why does he need to wear a helmet? What is he protecting?
It's the devil, that's right. Uh, Stupid Photoshop. I don't know. I really like the Jason mask, but I don't want them to feel too similar. I'm not a fan of the skull. It's not because I have to draw a face, because I can draw a skull, obviously. But I don't know. I don't know. Yes, probably. I don't know. Skull or no skull? This is the question. It looks like a soldier with that helmet like that. A little bit.
Fabio is back on Photoshop like a noob. Clip Studio now.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, I did. Just because I had a little issue with the Clip Studio in the sense that I couldn't figure out how not to smudge too much when I was drawing, and so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna use Photoshop for this. It's the same, so it's just annoying that sometimes I have to redo, like open a new window. I don't know. I think I would go with the mask one, with the mask version on the top. I
Okay,
like.
Maria, thanks for coming.
All right. Good luck, Maria. Whatever you're going to do.
I don't know, Cheese. You're the hockey expert here. What do you think? How should we
Skull,
change them up?
skull, no skull. It feels kind of. It feels way less intimidating with the skull. Less aggressive, obviously. So I don't know. 50-50. You like the designs both? Um, eh, I would go with the mask. I can just make a slightly different mask design. Why not? Conceal terror and keep masks simple. Yeah, let's keep the masks. Oh no, this one looks too much like a soldier to me. Like even if I were to increase, make the evil eyes a skull.
If you wanted to differentiate them more, you know, like hockey goalies have those big like knee pad things
Oh
that they
yeah,
have.
yeah.
You could add those.
I could. Okay, let me remove this and duplicate this. I think I'm gonna use the knee pads actually. Like gonna need more reference for these, but I do have one. It's not exactly visible, but maybe something like this.
Lunchtime for me, short-lived, but if I don't hear from you guys today, I guess tomorrow. Okay.
Okay.
Thanks for stopping by.
See you tomorrow, probably. Okay, I think they work. I think this works.
Yeah, he's supposed to be more bulky and defensive.
Yeah. Okay. So we have a winner. We have two winners. So now I will think about which one I will stream and which one I will not stream. Because I don't know, or maybe I will stream both. I want to start with the active one. So I'm probably going to start with that. So maybe I'll think, okay, about the feet too, actually, because the feet need to have skates, I think, both. Okay, anyway, I'm gonna start with this. So I probably have enough time to refine it a little bit for now. Ghoulie. Attacker. Attacker. Let's duplicate this and group these, and then oops. So let's clean it up a little bit. It's too much of a sketch now.
So one would be the Ghoulie. I guess one of the forward positions, there's like a left winger and a right winger that go in the front to do the striking. You could do something with that. You could call it the ringer because he wrings the life out of you.
The ringer. That could work. That could work. Or maybe I can do both wings. I mean, the idea of a team of these monsters is quite interesting. That could be a whole pack on its own, like a smaller pack, like with 3 monsters, like the trees, for example, that I made.
Yeah,
That could be interesting. Okay.
I love the undead referee idea.
Yeah, that could all be part of the same team. I don't know. I could put one, like maybe I put this or the other in one pack, and then I make a separate pack that's all of the Ghoulie monsters together. So it's the goalkeeper, the wing, and the referee. I don't know. That sounds like a cool idea. A funny thing to do. So I might.
Oh man, you always have to love streams where you have one idea and it ends up making multiple monsters.
Oh yeah. Yeah, this is actually very cool. My usual concern then is just time, because there's so many things that I always want to do, and so in only 24 hours in a day. And sadly, I'm getting a little faster, but yeah, I'm still pretty slow on average. So that's problematic. It's fairly problematic.
Yeah, the more we do those challenges, the faster you'll get.
Probably, yeah.
And actually, speaking of that, for anyone here that is still here, if you'd like to submit ideas, please do in the Discord.
Oh yeah, because I'm not really sure what else I can add there. Okay, Jason Mask. Why not? There's one. Jason Mask. Okay, what about extracting parts from the monsters that I've already done? So there could be a skull. There could be, as I said now, the Jason Mask, hockey stick.
Oh yeah, like that the Gorgon you did with like the little orbs of light and whatnot.
Yeah.
Maybe something like that. Fiddle says waifu. That's actually already an option on the list.
Which I will pretend does not exist when the time comes. Welcome back, Fiddle, by the way. Oh, it didn't leave. Wait, I thought you went eating also, like cheese, but no. Oopsie. So the jersey is gonna be red and black, I guess, at this point.
Oh no, Fiddle didn't leave. You just read one of his comments as cheese.
Okay.
To be fair, I thought the same thing because for me they have like the same name color in the chat.
Yep. Well, everyone pretty much has the same color in my Streamlabs thing, so that's why I tend to get confused sometimes. I apologize. How about, okay, it's gonna be pretty much verbatim, like the same jersey style. I am not even feeling ashamed for that.
Welcome, Alex.
Hey, Alex. We're closing up on the Ghoulie monster here.
Which we have now decided should be a team.
Team Ghoulie team. Or probably a better name that Chase can come up with, because I suck. So...
The Devils.
That's taken.
Well, we probably can't use that, yeah.
Probably not. I mean, that's New Jersey Devils. This is, I don't know, Vico Nautica Devils. Wait, you told me the name of the world, but I forgot.
These do look like people you'd see in New Jersey.
Yeah. Some. It's gonna be tattered a little bit. It's probably. I'm gonna write the text later. I'm probably gonna just write the text and then trace it. Because I suck at lettering, big time.
You have to like.
Yeah.
You have to give the referee like with his tongue sticking out of his mouth and like his eyeballs hanging out. And people are always mad because he doesn't call fouls because he doesn't have a brain, like most referees.
Okay, this is not looking bad. So this is where I would definitely need Clip Studio for this stick. Damn Photoshop. I have to keep tapping to get this thing. And it's not even remotely precise. I don't want to use the line tool. Come on. Damn thing. There you go. Alright. Something like that.
Can you explain? I don't know what bits on Twitch are really supposed to be.
I think it's like a small donation.
Okay, so like if you cheer somebody bits, does it actually give them money?
I think so, like a few cents. I'm not sure though. Not 100% sure. Okay, there's gonna be a lot of design choices here and colors for the oh, what number? I'm gonna put the number somewhere. Probably on the shoulder pads because anything else is not visible. What number is this one gonna be? Double
69.
69? Why 69?
What do you think?
Oh, okay. I don't want to say it because I don't want to look stupid if it's wrong, but I have an idea.
Yeah, I'd hope so. Make it 666.
Yeah, I thought so. It's just, I also thought about that, but it's 3 digits, so usually they're 2. Oh. Twitch says Twitch partners and affiliates will receive 1 cent for every bit that is cheered on their channel, so like nothing. Therefore, 100 bits give the streamer in question $1. 500 bits give the streamer 5, and so on. Okay, so for every 100 bits purchased, 0.4 goes to Twitch, while 1 goes to the creator in question. Okay. Okay. So yeah, there are very small donations. Anyway, let's stop here. It's looking good. It's looking good. I'm happy with this and with the idea. Now I do want to make the Ghoulie team. So, soon on your telescreens, I guess. We're gonna continue tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday. Yes, Friday. So we're going to continue with this. Thanks, Chase, Cheese, Alex, Fiddle, Maria, who also joined. Thanks to everybody for watching. And stay ghoulied for today until we continue with this tomorrow. All right? You have a good